Done with the corporate career, and yet feel stuck in an endless cycle of someday, one day I'll build my coaching business?
Like a hamster?
Guess what? Someday is today.
Ta-da!
We're gonna go through step by step of how to get from where you are today to your first paying coaching client. I'm gonna tell you a game plan to turn your coaching business dream into reality. Sounds good?
I'd really like that.
I was in your place 10 years ago. I was a director at PwC on the path to partnership. I didn't want that, so I quit.
Oh no.
I wanted more independence, more freedom, more creativity, and more meaning. I wanted to make impact on real people's life. It took me 4 years to stumble on coaching and realize that it is exactly what I was looking for, and it was aligned with what I wanted more in my life. Well, it took me another couple of years to get my coaching diploma and to start getting paying clients. I spent time and money doing things that were not necessary, and then I was not doing things that actually could bring me quicker, more efficient to my goal. In this video, I'm going to tell you the quickest and the most efficient way from zero to your first paying client.
Can't wait.
And why are we talking about the first paying client?
Yeah, why?
There are so many coaches that got their coaching diploma, they've coached their friends, their practice clients for free, and they never got any paying clients.
Never.
You might be surprised how many coaches are like that. They keep getting educated, they keep helping people around them, they don't have paying clients.
And they just give up.
My goal is to get you to this first very important milestone where you have actually a client pay you
With the money.
There are 5 distinct stages on that path. Now, the first one, foundational. The goal of this stage is to learn more about coaching and to learn some essential skills for business building. Building any business is tough, it's hard.
And you need to be ready.
At this stage, while you're learning and researching and understanding what coaching is and what coaching isn't, you can already start getting ready to building your own business. What I realized that the skills that were critical in my corporate career were very different from the critical skills that are required in building your business journey. The second stage, the insight. At this stage, you getting your feet into the water. So you find a coaching program, you get the coaching program, and you start coaching.
When?
Coaching is a craft. You can't learn it by reading or watching or listening. The only thing you learn coaching and you understand what coaching is by doing it. Stage number 3 is where you get serious. Now you need to make a decision. Is there going to be a hobby? Is it going to be a skill that you're going to use in your corporate career? Or you want to go a different path, even if you're going into the business, or you're going to build a coaching business? This is a time to make a final decision and make some commitments.
I do.
Stage 4 is where you go out and you get your clients, and I'll show you easiest way, the fastest ways to get coaching clients when you're just starting out. It is very important to make this transition.
That's one small step for man.
It seems small step for people outside you. It is a big internal evolution from having only free clients to someone who is paying you money for your service. Stage number 5, which we could have missed, but then I wouldn't have the nice first framework.
You are very bad girl.
This is where you test if that was a fluke,
Was it?
the paying client, or actually you can repeat it. And then at this stage, you also test some other methods to get clients, and maybe you realize that some methods are easier for you and some of them are more difficult, or some of them more effective. This is where you start preparing yourself for the next milestone, which is get to your freedom number, and we'll talk about that. Now we're ready to get into specific steps for each stage.
Get out your notebooks.
The purpose of the foundational stage is to get you prepared. Many coaches' advice is just take action.
Just do it.
Just go out and do it. And there is some wisdom in that advice, because a lot of people stay and wait and prepare for way too long.
But
Going into something without any preparation, also preparing for failure. So I think there is a balance in terms of how much preparation you need, and you need to move into action swiftly after you finish that foundational stage. So what are the steps for the foundational stage? First one is knowing your why. There are a lot of misleading and honestly simply false information about coaching. It's understandable. Coaching is still very young field profession compared to some others. So there are some coaches who call themselves a coach where the
imposters.
I think it makes sense, first of all, to understand what coaching is and understand your why.
But why?
Why do you want to build a business? Why do you want to get into coaching? How it aligns with your values, how it aligns with your desired lifestyle. Building a business is tough, so knowing your why will help you keep going when you don't see any results, when things get really tough. And when you do research, talk to a coach or maybe a few, and talk to someone who's been in business for 5 years and more.
An interview.
Talk to someone who has full-time coaching business, different certificates, different diploma. What do they think about their schools? And then do research on schools as well. Look at them, compare them, understand how much in terms of investment of time and money it's gonna take. Understand if part of their curriculum is business building or not, so that you know that that needs to be addressed separately. One of the reasons I started C2C, Coach to Coach Central podcast, was started conversations with other coaches that new coaches or people who want to become coaches can listen to and understand better what coaching really is. These are real conversations that I want to have with coaches who've been in business for a number of years, and they can share that openly that I don't really hear on the internet.
The truth.
Calculate your freedom number. It is important to do it in the beginning. If you're done with a corporate career, you need to understand at which point you will be ready to quit. Now, I told you I quit the moment I realized that I no longer want the corporate career.
You did what?
It didn't help me on my way. So what I recommend my clients is that they first understand what they actually want to do. They try it out and they get some first results.
That's smart.
Freedom number is simply how much your business stably or predictably need to give you so that you can comfortably quit your current job. The next step that I really advise you to do is the fear setting exercise. It's from Team F.I.R.S.T. You can Google it and easily find it. If you've been thinking about building your coaching business, but you haven't done things, someday, one day.
I see you.
Because preparation is important, but it's also important not to get stuck in the preparation stage. And the fear setting exercise is going to push you forward into action. The next one is not many people are talking about. This is the skill building part. To build your own business, you need to have the resilience and you need to have self-trust that you can do things that are not required, there are no deadline, and there is no external force that's gonna force you to do things.
How am I supposed to do that?
You can do that by picking 3 habits that are not necessary, they're not required, and you decide to do them. You make a commitment to do them and you do them. 30 days, 90 days, pick your number, but you do them consistently. And you can develop that self-trust, that discipline, doing things that are not required. I suggest you pick specific habits. You can pick any, but you can pick specific habits that can be helpful for building your own business.
Give it to me.
One, in health, because you need to take care of yourself when you're building your own business. Like everything depends on you, on your level of energy, on your level of motivation. Pick a habit that you don't have right now and that's going to be helpful in terms of the increasing your energy. If you've been kind of lazy on the exercise side, do that. If you've been procrastinating going to bed earlier, scrolling your phone, pick that one.
No phone.
So second area that I suggest you pick is your time, because you will need to be planning your own time. In the corporate world, I thought I was the most organized person in the world. When I started working for myself, I found very difficult to self-organize because there was no external constraints and limitations where I would need to do something because someone asked me to do. If you're not planning your day, plan your day. If you don't have the weekly planning routine, pick that. So pick any habit in the area of productivity, time management, and implement that. That skill by itself is going to be very helpful in building your business, but also the skill of consistently doing things that are not required by anyone. There is no deadline. You're doing it because you made a commitment to do it. And then the third one, reading a non-fiction book every day. And that book could be on coaching, or that book could be on building a business. Now, the next one is choose your cheerleaders. Having people who support you no matter what, who you can talk to when you struggle, is really important. And sometimes these are not the people who closest to us. Sometimes we're not ready to tell them yet. So make sure you have those people who's going to be by your side when you get stuck, when you have a problem, and not necessarily helping you to solve that problem, but just people who will be always supporting you no matter what. The bonus at this stage is hire a coach. Not only it will help you to understand coaching better from the client side and see coaching firsthand, but also it will help you with these steps that we just went through. You can go through them quicker, and also, especially for the habits part, you may realize that it's not as easy as you thought to consistently do something that you commit to, but it's not necessary, it's not mandatory, it's not required. Especially if you have your job, especially if you have children, especially if you have other commitments, it seems like it's on top of everything else, and it's really hard to prioritize that. In that way, coach could be helpful, not just as a kind of the research, what coaching is, but also actually helping you to get through this stage quicker. And then the final bonus, do it in public.
You crazy?
I mean, share your journey with your friends, share it on a social platform where you already are. That could be X, former Twitter, that could be Facebook, that could be Instagram, that could be LinkedIn. I understand that it might be scary. You might be afraid to jeopardize your current job, your current company might not be very happy about it, but think about an angle, how you can tell it as a self-development. You don't necessarily have to be open about, I'm going to leave my job, right? But what you can say, you can share your journey on the health side, on the money side, working with a coach. You can share your learning about coaching. And again, coaching is a skill that you can use at any job. So your current company might be happy you're learning coaching as a new skill. All right, stage 2, inside. Remember, this stage is all about putting your feet into the water. So you learned about it, you like it, you want to go forward. Now you're ready to get into action.
Action!
Join a coaching program. So by this time, you learn different coaching programs. You probably know what type of coach you want to become. So you're ready to join a coaching program. And there are a lot of coaching programs, but I would recommend going something that is ICF certified. ICF is International Coaching Federation.
What's next?
If you haven't experienced coaching yourself in any way, you must get a coach. I don't trust coaches who never were in a client place. I don't trust coaches who don't take their own medicine. I think everyone needs a coach. Therapists, they cannot start therapy to other clients before they've been through therapy. I think at some point coaches will have that as part of the certification process, that they need to have a coach and certain number of coaching hours as a client. Go and get it. you will become better coach if you experience it from the client side. And I would say try different coaches to see different styles and to experience different relationships. The next one is one of the key steps that keep coaches stuck. You need to pick a niche. A niche is very simply a problem that you're solving and for whom. Be specific in both of these things. And yes, there is the whole separate masterclass on how to choose your niche. Clients don't want coaching. They want coaching to help them to solve a certain problem or to reach a certain goal. And that's what you need to pick. Very simply, business coaching is not a niche. Fitness coaching or health coaching, even sleep coaching is not a niche. Although it seems like narrow enough, it doesn't tell you what specific problem you solve. If you help people go to bed early or go to bed by 10 p.m., now that's a niche. And then who, like people, is too broad. Like I help college students go to bed by 10 p.m.
What about you?
I help successful corporate professionals become coaches by helping them get first paying clients. Be very specific about your problem. If you need help, business coaches are there for you. Then you need to create an offer. An offer is very simply what you selling. People don't need coaching. Remember that part. People want a result. At this stage, you don't need to get too detailed. Basically, an offer is what you're selling. So what is the result? What is the outcome? What is the problem you're solving? Your niche? What is the goal you're helping to achieve? How long it's going to take, right? The duration, how, the process. So are you meeting every week for a call, 30 minutes call, 1 hour call? Are you doing the support between the sessions? Are you giving any templates, any help with that? And then how much it costs. Now, again, in the beginning, it's not that important because the first 5 is going to be practice clients. They're going to be free clients, but then the price will become part of your offer. There are other elements, but at this stage, it can be as simple as that. Like what I do in the next 12 weeks, I will help you to get your first paying client. Well, the next step is very simply coach your first 5 clients. Now you are finishing your program or you're in the program. You're ready. Coaching is a craft and you need to practice it to learn it. You also need to sell, even though it's free, you need to sell your coaching package, your offer, even when it's free. If you're able to get people to the result, that will be fantastic. Majority of coaching programs ask you to coach each other, coaches. I don't think it's a great idea. Coaches are different in terms of how they react to coaching. Also, you don't need to sell. I suggest you get your first 5 from your family and friends, people around you, your colleagues, whoever feel comfortable. Get them and coach them. Make sure they have the same problem so that from your niche, you need to start getting experience in that particular problem or in that particular goal. That goes beyond even the 5 practice clients. I would say you need to get through your first 50 to understand how long it takes, to understand what are the pitfalls and become very, very good at it.
You are the best.
One of the things is get feedback on your coaching, feedback on the process, feedback on everything. If you manage to get them to the success, well done. Think about it as a bonus. Get testimonials. Those are going to be your treasure. These are very helpful in selling your coaching package for money. And then, of course, my bonus action is do it in public. Of course, you need to be careful of the client confidentiality. You can ask if you can share the feedback. You should ask if you can share the progress. Definitely can share your study journey, what amazing things you learn that maybe people don't realize. Educating people around you about coaching itself. You will be getting ahead. Think about it as getting ahead. Everybody else who kind of keep it to themselves until they feel like they're super expert and they are like ready to share. You're never ready to share. So share before you're ready.
You're ready.
Stage 3 is get ready to get paid. Register a business. Think about short term for now, whatever is the easiest, whatever is the quickest, register that. If you already have a company for some other purposes, you can obviously use that. In the beginning, for me, it was always my name, Lidia Chmel, and then I bought the lidiachmel.com. Right now, it's Get It Done Coaching. That's a company, there's LLC, and then also the getitdonecoaching.com. Right? But in the beginning, it can definitely be your name, and then register a domain for your name, and then a business address. Start treating your business as a business. What I see coaches do, many coaches do the mistake, they treat it as hobby, or they kind of never get serious about it. But as you start treating it as a business, it changes other things as well. Open a bank account, a business bank account, set up a payment system. The easiest is PayPal. Yes, they take a big commission, but you can do it in like a couple of hours. You can have other systems, but right now you need at least one that you will be able to accept payments. You do need terms of services that kind of feel serious for you. It also will show your potential clients that you are serious and that you treat this as a business, and they feel safer when they pay you money, especially if these are people who don't know you that well. Set up a scheduling system. Calendly is the one I use. Set up a system. It just saves you a ton of time showing that you are professional. You can actually connect your payment system to Calendly, and that just make everything very easy. And then get a video conferencing. You do need a system where you will have your coaching calls. Majority of people using Zoom. Connect your scheduling system to your calendar, to your video conferencing Zooms, that everything happens automatically and you don't have to worry that your client get a reminder, Zoom link. Like, you don't have to worry about these things. There are so many things you need to worry about that if you can get those automated, set up, and out of the way, just gonna relieve the stress a little bit, and you will be less stressed about the technicalities versus focusing on providing quality coaching service.
Great, what a relief.
At this stage, you already got your first 5 free clients, and then you're ready to look back and confirm, is this the niche I want to stay in? Is this the problem I want to help people solve, or a goal I help people achieve? Do I want to stay with the same group of people, or maybe I want to switch? I want to try something else. I changed my niche 3-4 times over my career, and inside the niche took me some time to calibrate and clarify. What I tell my clients, that choosing a niche is not a marrying decision. It's a dating in the beginning, and then it's a committed relationship. What's important is to stay long enough with the niche. Switching too often, oh, I want to be this, and then I want to solve this problem and that. That's gonna hinder your progress, because switching too quickly, too much, you will not be able to get deep knowledge about the niche, about the problem, about the client, and not being able to progress as fast. At this stage, I suggest you look at your niche, you look at the offer and say, okay, does it need clarification based on the feedback, based on the testimonials, to get it ready before you go out to find your first paying client. The bonus, you probably got it. You can do that in public, like saying, hey, so I'm set up my scheduling system now. People can book a call with me. You can put it in your social media. Go ahead and do that. Be open about it. People can now schedule a coaching session with you, or just a free discovery call, or introductory session, or assessment call, whatever you want to call it, in order to get to know you. I do recommend my coaches have some sort of a assessment call, discovery call, to get to know each other and see if you're a good fit.
No.
I can't believe we are now at stage 4, where you actually go out and sell.
No.
And selling is difficult for many people. Many people have a lot of limiting belief about money, and then limiting belief about selling. And those are negative very often, how we see people who sell. And then there are limitations about money, talking about money, saying something about money. So selling is not easy. It is a separate topic in itself. You're gonna feel all the fears, potentially fear of failure, fear of selling, fear of rejection at this stage where you need to go out and actually sell. This is why there is a real reason why there are so many coaches who've done the degree, who've done the certification, who coaching for free, their friends, their family, then they never get the paying client. Because of fear of failure, because the fear of rejection, because of all the thoughts and the stories in the head about what it means to sell. If you want to build a business, honestly, any business, you need to go out and sell. There are many ways how you can sell, but one way it doesn't work is sitting and waiting until clients come to you.
Well, I was planning on doing that anyway.
They might come to you. I'm not saying that's impossible, but I'm saying that can take a long time.
It took a really long time.
You need to take proactive action to get paying clients. And here are the options that I see for new coaches how to get paying clients. You've been coaching someone for free as a practice client, and if they got results, you can offer them to continue coaching for money. Maybe you help them to lose 1 kilo. You can say, hey, if you want to continue working with me and lose another 5 kilos, I'm here for you. If you help them to get their first paying client, you must say, hey, I want to help you build your practice until you reach your freedom number. This is the easiest way. You got them to the result. Now offer them to get to the next stage. You can ask those people who you help to get the result to refer their friends, their colleagues, their family who have this similar problem or want to achieve similar goal. So you ask for the referral. The next step is contact your network. The best and the fastest way to get clients and the scariest. We can talk in the whole separate video about the exact steps, how to do it right and how not to do it, but your network is the easiest and the fastest way to get paying clients. If that's possible for you, keep posting on social, especially if you've been posting all along for the last 6 months. That would be very logical and natural for you to say, hey, I now have an opening for 3 coaching clients. There anyone who has this problem, who wants to achieve that goal, reach out to me. You've been sharing your journey. If you've been sharing your story, that's going to work very well. That worked for me. If that option is not available to you, then the first 3 are. And now the stage 5, you're getting ready for your next big level. You now can experiment. You can try other options. Like if you got your first paying clients from your free clients, or you converted them, now go out and talk to your network. You can go out and start posting on social.
Are we there yet?
Oh, that was a lot. And a lot of these steps, it could be the whole 1 hour, 2 hour workshops. And I hope to record some videos on some of the specific steps. Actually, let me know which steps you want more information on. Use these steps as a checklist. You could be at stage 3 right now because you got your coaching diploma, you've done your research, but you might have missed some of the steps from stage 1 and 2. I would suggest you go back and make sure you do them. If you don't do them now at this level, before you get your first paying client, it will come and bite you in the ass.
Ouch.
If you cannot trust yourself, if you don't build your self-discipline, it will come and bite you in the ass when you need to post every week a video on YouTube, or you need to post every day a post on LinkedIn because you want to promote yourself through LinkedIn. At some point, I'm probably going to turn it in the checklist so you guys can go ahead and tick them off. So now you have a to-do list that if you got all them ticked off, you will get your first paying client. Now what you don't have is not to-do list. And I love not to-do lists because I think they might be even more important than to-do lists. Not to-do list is basically things that I've seen coaches do, and I've done myself, that are not necessary, that are just waste of time, waste of money, they're not leading to the first paying client. In my next video, I'm gonna give you not to-do list.
That's all, folks.